F124 career mode, and let me catch you up on what you missed. So first of all, the footage did not record, so we're like halfway through the race. We did all of the practice programs, qualified 7th in the V-Carb, which is incredible. So we're going to be restarting the race, P7 on the grid. The difficulty's on 70 for the moment. I might have to bump it up depending on how easy or hard this is. But without further ado, let's actually start the race because I had to restart because it decided not to record, so thank you for that. So from P9 on the grid, or P10, I'm not sure why I said P7, P10 on the grid, here we go. Oh, and it's an electric start from Carlos Sainz. We decided to go to the hard tire, and it's going to be a 2-stop straight to mediums. We're looking down the inside on Sainz. We take out the Bollard, and we can't make up a position on the Spaniard. But he's really slow coming out of the first corner, and we're going to go into overtake, diving down the inside. We make the move up into P9. Big sideways moment. Sainz got a little bit of contact with us as we were trying to get it straightened out. So already some drama on the first lap in our first career race. Gonna tag the back of Piastri as we get a little bit of a wiggle there. So we're on the hard tires. Most of the grid went with the mediums, but there are some drivers like, well, from what I can see right now, Sainz and Guan Yu Zhou on the softs. V-Carb starting out in this game is the second worst team. So we're going to struggle to keep the faster cars behind, and already Zhou goes to the inside. We tried our best to defend that move. He is not having it. We're completely out of battery, so we're a sitting duck. Here comes Carlos Sainz. We're going to turn down to medium to recharge. And here comes Checo Perez and the sister Red Bull. Late braking, we defend as we make a wheel to gearbox contact with Sainz. DRS enabled, rear wing open. Here comes Perez, he has it as well. But he's not going to be able to make any threat through that corner. Oh, we're going to run a bit wide and off the track. And we're rapidly catching Carlos. DRS enabled. DRS enabled for Carlos, and behind for Sergio Checo Perez. Sainz is on the soft tire though, in a much faster car, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to keep up. We got the long flowing right-hander. Oh, Sainz had a bit of a snap getting on that curb. I feel here he's really vulnerable, but our car not fast enough to capitalize. Perez to the outside. We're going to squeeze him as much as we can.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
On the curb, he's still there. We've got a snap. Trying to get the power in it. Can't get it. Perez is up a spot, but we have DRS, and so does Checo apparently. Lunging it down the inside on Perez. Off the curb, we get the place back. So we're back up into P11. Y'all saw nothing. So the rule for flashbacks is If I wreck between halfway, I'll do it. But after halfway, there will be no use of flashbacks. Just because I actually want to get the full race distance in. Or close to it, unless I blow up. I want it to be competitive. So here we go. Sign says DRS. We're not in DRS range. Apparently, even though for a brief moment there we were. Checo was still in our DRS range. So Sergio Perez might be lining up a move on us soon. We've gone green in sector 1. Very aggressively on the curb. We try our best to catch up to Carlos Sainz to be able to get DRS down this final straight. Down a start-finish straight. And we should have it because we're within a second, but we didn't get it. So we improved in every sector there with the green times mean. And we got really close to Carlos in sector 1. Joe is really slowing him up.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Our engineer is saying it's okay to use my overtake button, but I want to save it just a little bit more down the inside. He had to take avoiding action to miss Joe. Knocked over the bollards. Spot P10. Oh, yikes.
Okay, you've got front wing damage. This will have a major impact on... Brilliant, nice move. Keep going.
So there we go, up to P9. A little bit aggressive with Joe there, safe to say. But Piastri's the next guy up the road in P8. The youngster in the McLaren. Oh. We're to the back of him. We almost spun it. We're going to be able to keep it straight somehow. And we move along in this race. DRS. But now Guan Yu Zhou's also going to have DRS. He's going to make a move to our outside. We're trying to make it really hard for the Kick Sauber car to go around. Late braking. And we keep the place, but we hop the curb. So we're still going to be under threat.
Okay, mate, we're going through fuel quicker than we need to, so please let's ease off and make it last.
Oh, and now they're telling me that I have to save my fuel. That's a bad scenario right now, because we're fighting for really good points with the much faster cars.
Mind that front wing is going to need replacing.
As we line up a move on Piastri, and we got him. A little bit of front wing damage there. Hopefully it won't affect the downforce of the car too much. Things felt good through that corner. Oh, wow. Okay, so that wing damage is really going to affect us on the high speed. We're turning off our overtake. As Piastri is going to have a look. Can't do it. We're going to have DRS on George Russell. Rear wing open. Rear wing open as well for Piastri. I'm very surprised they didn't try to launch one down our inside. Small walk up on the right front there. Into turn 1. And again we have DRS on George. Russell getting DRS from Lance Stroll, and Alonso and Lando Norris were side by side for a second. Oh, we just about get it stopped. Can we squeeze him out? We can. We're up in the P7. That's a great overtake. DRS enabled on Stroll. Stroll's also getting DRS. The Aston Martin is just a much quicker car than us in general. Red light is blinking. That means he's harvesting. And the front wing damage really affects us through there. You can see how much time we lose. But for the rest of the lap, it's relatively fine. Almost no effect. We're going to have DRS on Stroll. Stroll's going to have DRS from Hamilton, and Russell's going to have DRS from us. So we're kind of stuck in a trolley train here. Oh, and as Norris tries to line up a move down the inside of Fernando Alonso for P3 of this race. They're side by side. Stroll and Hamilton are side by side. They're losing a lot of time outside of the 7-time champion. He comes back at us on the inside. We're going to have to drive it around the outside, and we do. We're up into P6. We've got DRS from Stroll again. Stroll is starting to drive away from us a little bit. We're going to have No, Stroll's going to the pits. Stroll must have damage. He's going to pit. We're up in the P5. This is absolutely lovely. As Norris and Alonso continue to do battle, here comes Lewis Hamilton. DRS enabled. Medium tires, a step softer than the tires we're running. So our goal on these hards, which aren't going to go as fast as the mediums, but the hards will start coming to their own just as the medium tires are starting to fall off. We're trying to keep the pressure on Norris. DRS enabled for us. DRS enabled for Norris. Alonso has no DRS. We have a nosebleed for how high up we bought this piece of Cash App Racing Bulls car, or V-Carb. Norris starting to pull away just a little bit, and they're both boxing.
Okay,
everybody's boxing. So we're out in the lead of the Grand Prix. So we're going to lead laps in our first Formula One Grand Prix.
You've got 2 stops remaining now. 2 stops remaining in this strategy. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps.
Okay, so my pit window opens in 3 laps. We just gotta be smooth and consistent here, as we're gonna run a bit wide. So we're gonna maintain the lead over George Russell. Carlos Sainz is still out on those softs in 4th.
quite get what we needed out of that, I'm afraid, but
Check our
don't worry
fifth.
about it. There's a
We
long
failed
way
our
to
goal
go.
of
Chin up,
fuel.
and let's focus till the end.
Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri doing a solid job. Lando Norris' teammate in third place. Meanwhile, we continue to lead the field. Power down, hammering it down the straight.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
We're approaching the pit window to change to the medium tires. We get the first braking zone spot on, and now Esteban Ocon in the Alpine, 11.1 seconds back. And then our teammate Tsunoda, who's on the same strategy as us. And then Verstappen and Leclerc, the two top guys who have already pitted. So it'll be interesting to see where we cycle out by running longer on the hard tires.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by
We have a little bit of
11.4 seconds.
understeer moment there. The back end really kicks out. And we're in the yellow on fuel. And we're actually not going to be able to make it on the fuel number that we have right now. So at some point, we're going to have to save some fuel.
Okay, fuel levels now at 19 laps. 19 laps.
You can hear that was a big coast entering the final corner. We're gonna have to start coasting into some of these brake zones. That's certainly not going to help us in terms of keeping our position when we pit, but unfortunately,
Okay, Yuki is
it's
coming in for his
necessary
stop
so we
now.
can finish the race as Charles Leclerc runs the fastest lap in the Ferrari. The sad thing is we're not saving much. Big snap. And this is finally where I'm just going to stop lifting and coasting. We're not saving fuel, enough fuel, and we're losing all of our gap to the cars that we need to pass.
Be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling
Grip levels
away
are
soon.
going to start falling away soon. We're going to come out in P8, so we're going to lose a couple spots. If we were in P4 for the pit cycle,
Box, we're coming in
but I
this
think
lap.
a couple cars pitted out of sequence. So this is our box lap. Up 12 out of 29.
And the gap behind us, 8.1 seconds.
Luckily we have a clean track. We're turning our deploy down to medium, save some battery. A safety car could get our fuel number exact, except unfortunately I don't think the AI wreck each other in this game. And you can see we're still minus .028 lap short.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
Alright, so now because of our lift and coast phase, we're going to lose a whole host of positions, and our pit rejoin is going to be 11th. Bang on job, getting slowed down as we trundle down the pit lane. 49 miles an hour. We need a perfect turn in, and we got one.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were
2.5
expecting.
second stop. We're in 4th right now. 5th.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
We're going to come out P5. We're going to be racing Lando on exit. And we're going to come out just ahead of the McLaren driver. So we're up into P5.
This is our true position. They've pitted as well, so warm up your tyres and get down the road. Okay, mate, after that front wing damage, we've got to look after it now. Please protect the front wing. Come on.
Alright, please protect the front wing is the call over the radio from our race engineer.
This is our true position. We're on the same strategy. They've pitted as well as us, so warm up your tyres and make the most of this stint.
You can hear we're doing some big lift-offs to try to save some fuel, and it's not really helping.
This is our true position. They've pitted as well, so warm up your tyres and get down the road. Okay, gap to the car in front, 5.4 seconds. Okay, we're down to 15 laps of fuel left now. Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Here we go, inside, Lando Norris. Big ones there. I'm doing everything I can to try to save enough fuel to make it to the end. And you can see how much time that's costing us.
Gap to your teammate behind, 13.1 seconds.
Depending on overtaking, we're going to go by both Stroll and Norris with a big lockup. Can't keep it straight. We get back on the track, and we're locked into a wheel-to-wheel battle with the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll. To the inside we go. We're going to push them wide as we run out of room. But we get the move done. So on lap 15 out of 29, we're holding our own with some of the better cars in Formula One. But we're almost half a lap short on fuel. And try as we might, we can't get that number to come down.
13 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, unlucky, mate. It was a good try, but we didn't quite meet our targets. Not to worry. Get your head down and chin up, and let's focus right the way into the checkered flag.
Alright, we're going to have DRS. Up 16 out of 29. Here we go. We waited on it as long as humanly...
Okay, gap ahead, 16.1 seconds.
Alright, I've come to the realization that we're just going to have to run out. There's nothing I can do. We've been lifting and coasting for quite a while now. It doesn't seem to be making too much of a difference, so we might just run out of fuel. Two-cast pit, so we're up into P4, and we're quickly catching Guan Yu Zhou for P3. Pace is good on this medium tire, just as it was on the hard. Big look down the inside for Lando. We put a great defending move on him. We're going to keep fourth place for the time being. DRS enabled. This is for Guan Yu Zhou for P3. The final step on the podium. Dive to the inside, over the curb.
Need to give that place back, I'm afraid. That was an illegal overtake.
And we're going to have to give the place back, illegal overtake. I was really aiming to bounce off the curb. Didn't quite get that. Now Norris is all over our gearbox. Joe's going to get away a little bit as Leclerc comes back into the pits.
And that's 11 laps of fuel remaining.
With 11 laps of fuel remaining, things are looking desperate.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
DRS on Guan Yu Zhou. We're going to get him in turn one, up into P3. Here's Charles Leclerc, just came out of the pit lane. So he's going to be slow. Can we get Leclerc and move up into P2? And we've gone purple in Sector 1. We've set the fastest time of the race in Sector 1.
Car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound.
Charles on the hard tire. This isn't really our fight. But if we could pass him here and get into clean air, that would help us Get up the road. It would put a car between us and the guy that we're fighting. The guys like Joe and Norris. However, it is not in the cards. Leclerc has rocketed away. We're almost a full lap behind on fuel. We're fried. We've got a pretty good gap behind to Hamilton, as all the guys that we were racing with just pitted, and now we are coasting along. Trying to save any amount of fuel we can. Hamilton gets by. But it is our teammate Yuki Tsunoda, but we are not going to be able to save enough. It seems like we were just destined to run out of fuel in this race. That is surely a shame, because we are flying so high we have a nosebleed right now. The tries I can't save fuel. There's one thing I'm gonna try, but I'm not sure it's gonna make a difference, and that's turning our ERS deploy down to none. Late braking, trying to get by our teammate. We've gone off.
Okay, the gap behind, 0.9 seconds.
And despite our most valuable efforts, valiant, rather.
Okay, mate, we've got some clear track around us now, so let's use it and make this next lap a quick one. Let's go.
Mate, we need to be saving fuel. We're not gonna make it to the end of this Grand Prix. We're gonna turn on overtake. If we pit now, we're gonna regain in 20th. Wow.
Box.
We've been running a fantastic race, and it's all gonna be for naught with the fuel situation, and also the fact we're going to have a lot of ground to make up with 10 laps to go in this race. And we have 8 laps of fuel. There's no way.
Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this pit stop.
We go trundling down the pit lane. 49 miles an hour. Optimal turn-in.
Right, let's go. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that.
There we go, and we're back to 17th, 18th, 19th. Yeah, we're in last.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Coming deployed on the medium to save fuel. Despite our best efforts, to score what looked like appeared to be a whole host of points on debut. It's going to be all for naught due to fuel and pitch strategy. Well, mostly due to fuel, because we had to save so much fuel that we lost way too much time.
Yuki is in the pits. Yuki in the pit lane now.
Yuki's in the pit lane.
Okay, if we continue to
We
use
just
fuel
got a
at this
purple
rate,
sector
we won't
3.
have enough to reach the end of the race. You need to start lifting off the throttle earlier in corners. Let the car slow down naturally before you start braking, and that'll help us conserve the fuel you have left.
That's what I've been doing. Oh, went a little bit wide. DRS enabled. We're trying desperately to catch Hulkenberg. I'm going to overtake. We also have DRS. We passed
Okay, that's us
Hulkenberg.
with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left. Okay, mate, I know you've had a couple of offs, but don't worry about it. Get your head down and let's just focus on keeping the next few laps within the white lines.
A race that was looking so promising for us has turned into everything but.
Okay, unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way
Oh,
to go.
man. Ocon going side by side with Logan Sargent. That's what's going to get pushed out wide by Loki there. I wasn't trying to conserve fuel. Would have probably already passed both of them. Oh, we run way wide. Have to lock it up to get the car to slow down. Bloody hell. I mean, we push with everything. We were really high up at one point, but...
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to be a lap short. There's no way we're going to save that much fuel. Actually, we're going to be... No, just a lap. Inside of Sargent, we move up to P17. Huge lock up on the right front.
Good job, nice overtake.
Yeah, congratulate me now, Racing Canoe. We're going to have to retire from this race because we're going to run out of fuel. Wow, we almost lost it there. We were straight sideways. DRS rear wing open. Here's the attack on the Alpine. Gonna make it really tight on us. We're gonna switch back. He's got a wiggle. We're on the curb. And we pass him around the outside. Up to P16.
And gap to the car in front, 4.2 seconds.
And that's all the overtaking we can do with having a hope and a prayer to make it to the end while fuel saving. Oh, I could have been. By the way, I picked the wrong flag on accident.
Okay, this is Mark. I need you to stop cutting the corners.
So
if you keep it up, the stewards are going to give you a penalty.
Whoops. So yeah, I guess we'll rock with it.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Yep.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.6 seconds.
Here it comes. 1 lap of fuel remaining. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. That was a huge moment. Up through the gears. The car's gonna come to a dead halt in the center of the track any minute now. Any minute now, we'll be out of fuel. We're 1.25 laps short of fuel. That's when the red fuel light's blinking, which means we're about to run out of fuel. It doesn't matter because contact on the Alpine made a spin anyway. Oh, big slide. And we're out. We are out of fuel. I thought we're still going.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 13.6 seconds. Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Oh, this is torture. We said less than 1 lap of fuel, so we're probably not going to make it all the way back around. Been in such a promising race, dude. Alright, before we finish this lap, let me take a look at the race director. Verstappen, Leclerc, Alonso, Hamilton, Russell, Norris, Sainz, Stroll, Piastri, Perez, Gasly, Zhou Guanyu, Alexander Albon, Kevin Magnussen, Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon, Nico Hulkenberg, Logan Sargent, Yuki Tsunoda, and we still have yet to finish. Second time penalty for
Okay, we've been given a 10-second time penalty for that last incident. 10-second
running out of fuel.
penalty. Just get your head down.
And this is Max Verstappen on his cool-down lap.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
That's depressing. Lance Stroll won driver of the day.
That's a fantastic
And we
team
ran out
effort
of
then
fuel.
to secure victory here in the desert.
Well, you're always unsure of the competition and what your opponents have been able to do in the off-season, Crofty, but they've come here today, they've delivered the performance that you dream about, and wow, did they make that car sing today. Really impressive stuff.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
All right. Well, we got 15,000
It's
total
been an absolutely wild
XP.
weekend.
I can't imagine any of our stats are improving. Do I even? Yikes. Our awareness went up and our pace went up. Our racecraft and our focus went down, but our experience went up as well. Alright, well that's going to do it for episode 1. Episode 2 is going to be the Jeddah Corniche Street Circuit in Saudi Arabia. I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button and subscribe. And Yuki's upgrade failed. Alright, that's a great way to end the video.